So it now gives me the greatest of pleasure to be able to pass this award on behalf of Her Majesty to Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Thank you all so very much, and I want to thank Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Duke of York for those very kind words and for the wonderful hospitality and support that my husband and I have always felt in our years of working with and being with you and your family, and I'm very personally grateful to you. I also want to thank Stuart Popham and Baroness Scotland, Robin Niblett, everyone here at Chatham House for this award. I am deeply honored, and I greatly appreciate the way Chatham House leads in analysis and efforts to not only understand better the world that we share, but to bring people together to do so. I really appreciated the time that Robin and I had earlier today in answering questions and getting a sense of what was on the minds of both Chatham House members and the press. And I want to thank Peter Voser of Royal Dutch Shell and all the sponsors and supporters. I particularly wanted to mention Shell because the Cook Stove Alliance that was referred to earlier is a public-private partnership, which is one of the new ways of leadership that we were briefly discussing this afternoon. A problem that has health implications for sure, the fourth leading cause of death now in the world, but also environmental implications and security implications. Shell is one of our partners in trying to create a market for more efficient cooking stoves to be able to address all three of those problems. I'm particularly pleased to be with you tonight, and it's a real pleasure for me to have had a chance this afternoon to meet with and discuss the state of the world with two former colleagues, Foreign Secretary Haig, who has been a joy to work with and continues to be someone whom I carefully follow because of his creative approaches to a lot of the cross-cutting issues that we confront. Also, Lady Cathy Ashton, the High Representative of the European Union, another great colleague during my time as Secretary of State, who continues to make progress on some of the most difficult and intractable issues, and former Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, who also was a great partner to President Obama and myself during his tenure. I've had some adventures with the three above-named people, and I hope that I will continue to do so. I also want to thank my husband for being here. This is our anniversary, and we could not think of a better way to spend it. We got up and went for a walk early this morning in Hyde Park and marveled at the people swimming, but also reminiscing. It was 45 years ago that Bill came to England as a Rhodes Scholar, and then it was 40 years ago that he brought me here as we were graduating from Yale Law School together, and he wanted to show me so many of his favorite places and meet a number of people who he had grown close to. Then, 5 years later, we came back after he'd been elected governor of Arkansas, and we went to University College at Oxford, where he'd spent those very happy 2 years as a Rhodes Scholar. And the man at the gate recognized him. He said, "Oh, Clinton, I hear you've been elected king of a place with 2 men and a dog." We had a great time. I am especially pleased to have received this award because we didn't talk about the special relationship earlier today because I think it's assumed, but we should never assume anything that is so important. I think of one of my favorite predecessors, Eleanor Roosevelt. She was here in October of 1942. She came to meet with the troops who were fighting side by side, including one of her sons. And she spoke of the special bond that is formed between nations when their ideals and objectives coincide. The relationship forged in those dark days, Eleanor said, will perhaps mean more in the future, not only to us, but to the world than we can know. More than 7 decades later, I think she, as she often was right then, and reminding us of how we must continue to move forward into the future together. This special relationship is an indispensable foundation of our mutual peace and prosperity. And I think all of us understand that it needs nurturing and never to be taken for granted. I am delighted to be associated with Chatham House. When I was first told about the award, I was delighted because I thought everything would be off the record. But I was equally delighted when Robin had the fascinating idea that we would talk and answer questions. We need more discussion, we need more dialogue, we need more challenge to one another. We are living in fast-changing times. We have to hold on to our values and our ideals, but we have to be smart about how we chart our course forward together. And I count on Chatham House to be one of the guides as we navigate to whatever the future holds for us, with the same kind of commitment to democracy and freedom, to human rights, to making it possible for not only our own citizens, but people the world over who come to this great global city because they believe it gives them a chance to pursue their own dreams and aspirations, to always know that that's the side of history we're on. And they're welcome to join us. Thank you all very much.
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all stand?